You see this? This is art. This is what I call art. You better not call this just a drawing or a painting. This is art. Listen to me very carefully. We are switching things up on this channel right now. This is an art. You cannot tell me that it is not an art. We are introducing a new pot on the channel. Welcome the pot. So I was looking for flowers to put in this. I had a bunch of spare flowers, but I just couldn't find it. But guess what? I found these candles and we're going to work with what we've got. So I guess that's it. That's the decoration. We'll have to find a way because I can't possibly be sitting like this for the entire video. So we need to do something about it soon. Hi, first of all, thank you so much for all the love and support on my first video. I just posted it yesterday and it was amazing. I have like around 44 or something followers and I have more than 100 views on that video on the very first day. So I am elated. I am very happy about it. Like, thank you so much. I'm so grateful at this point. Thank you. Let's talk about school. If you can't already tell that I have graduated school and I can't be more happy about that. I graduated school 2 years ago in 2018 and I think around this time, this is May. Yeah, this was the time when we were, ready to get our results. But this year that is not happening because
Coronavirus!
Exactly. Can you imagine you finished all your exam except for that one last exam that you've been waiting for since your date sheet came out, and that has been postponed for an unknown amount of time. Like, now we can see that it's for 2 months, but ideally, if we talk about CBSE, this is usually the time that your results should be coming out, or it must have come out, and you're probably giving your entrance exam. And on this day last year, I was giving entrance exams because if you can't tell, I also took a gap year. So also my hands are getting tired by holding it like this. So we're just gonna pretend that it's right here, but we'll keep it here. So as you can all know by the title, we are going to talk about school. And let me tell you, school is a scam. You heard it right, school is a scam, totally. There are so many things that people don't tell you about going to the school. There are so many things that you only realize when you're almost either about to finish school or you've already finished school. So as most of you have already finished your schools, like my college friends and my school friends who are now in college, you too probably would have experienced all of that. And let's help these high schoolers and school kids in general to survive and give them a reality check. And you can put your tips in the comments down below as well. Oh god, we are starting with some negative stuff here. Also, do you guys realize that this is so unintentional, but I am blending in with the background? This is like pretty similar. It feels like it is made out of the same cloth, in fact. Anyway, that's not the point. First thing is, no matter who you are, you will get bullied. Lucky you that you did not get bullied, but everyone who's in high school or maybe school in general might think at some point in their life, no matter if they're getting bullied or not, it feels like you're getting bullied. So I was a head girl in my school. And stereotype is like head girls and head boys are like these evil people, and they are the cruel people. They are the one who put people into a spot and all of that. But trust me, being the head girl, I got bullied. So my point here is, if you feel like you're getting bullied, don't take it too personally. It's not your fault. Probably your bully is also getting bullied. Well, that does not justify their behavior with you. But if you are not able to stop it, just know that there are a lot of people going through the same things at the same time, and it's not just you. It is such a shame that I'm saying this, but almost everybody has faced bullying in their life in school. So don't feel like you're alone in this. Another thing is, stop bragging about pulling all-nighters and skipping meals. because that's just not good. People brag about it like it's a badge of honor, but it is actually not. Sleeping and eating is necessity. It is not an option that you're compromising and taking time out of that just to complete a project. I mean, I understand that it is important, but sleeping and eating is compulsory. You just cannot brag about it. It's such a shame on our part as students that we have to do that, and the systems that gives us so much work that we have to cut time from our compulsory routines like sleeping and eating. If you look at the STEM fields, it's a cutthroat competition. The more you study, the better you get. Apparently. That's not true. I'll come to that. But the point is, it's not a badge of honor that you can, brag about, like, I pulled an all-nighter, I skipped 3 meals to do this assignment. No, don't do it. It's not, trust me, it's not that important. In the long run, the sleep and the food will help you more. Trust me. It is a possibility that you might come out of school with 0 friends and people that care for you. Asia, is that a real advice, or are you just saying that because you're a lonely bitch? Well, that could be. A lot of people think that coming out of school we'll have all these best friends, my high school friends, and those who do, I mean, congratulations, good for you. I'm just giving myself a hard time while editing. A lot of people from high school come out with these friends that care about them, love them, become BFFs, move in together, go to college together, stay together. Can't relate. And good for them. Good for them. I mean, congratulations, kudos, you survived the friendship. But the thing is, not everybody comes out with that, and that's fine, that's natural. I mean, for the initial months after my graduation from school, I did not think that I had real friends, or I came out with lifelong friendships or a group or a tribe. No, that did not happen for me. But I would say that I have friends from school, like good friends from school. But it's okay to not have friends from school, because some people are not social. They learn social skills when they go to college. Maybe some people when they are in job. Some people will have friends probably from their childhood, like kindergarten or something, up until they die, and that's fine. There is no timeline, there is no checkbox that you have to complete. People early in the middle school or in the primary school would think, I need to get a boyfriend, I need to get a girlfriend in my high school so that I can come out with my high school sweetheart and go to college together and marry. That just doesn't happen. I mean, even if you have a relationship, even if you have a good relationship, it might not last. I've seen it. I've seen people in relationships in school and they just are not together anymore after school. I know people in school who have been in relationships since the childhood, like literal childhood, up until the last years of high school, and all of us thought that they will get married. But after school they just fell out like immediately, and they are in different relationships, I guess. Maybe some of you might think of some people, but no, I'm not calling out anybody, it's just an example. And that is completely understandable. I mean, I did not come out with any sort of relationship out of school. Again, is it just a tip, or I'm just crying about me being a lonely bitch? But with that, I want to tell you another thing, that people in school that you least expect to be friends with, or are not friends with at all in school, can turn out to be your best friends after school. Trust me, this has happened to me. There was this another person who was in my school, and the time we were together in the school was for 2 or maybe more than 2 years, and until the last year of school I did not realize that we could be friends. In fact, until the last few months of school I did not realize that we'd be such great friends even after school. Sad part is, now he's not around anymore, and we're still very good friends, but he has just gone for something where he's not allowed to use his phone or anything, so he calls me once in like 2 weeks for 5 minutes. So I guess I have a bad luck in friendship. No, universe, I am attracting friends. I am a magnet for amazing friends. Another thing that no one tells you, but you should know this in school: become friends with your seniors and your juniors. Like with your seniors and your super seniors and your junior and your super juniors. Trust me, it really helps a lot. When you're in the final years of your school, you'll get to see your super seniors what happens after the school ends, how do they move on, how does the life go, and you can watch your seniors preparing for getting out of school. And when you're out of the school, your juniors become the only link between you and your school, because now all your friends are out of school just like you, no one is there, and when you go back to school, the school doesn't feel like that same school anymore. So become friends with your juniors, and when you come back to the school, you will have happy faces welcoming you, and that would at least continue for 2 years, since you're friends with your juniors and super juniors, and by that time I think your withdrawal symptoms should get over. Well, related to this, I want to tell you that be on good terms with your teachers. This one is very important, because again, when everything is gone, when you come back for this reunion or something like that in a few years, you would probably not know half of the people. I mean, the entire school is completely new. You know nobody in the school. Worse, nobody in the school knows you. So you better know your teachers well, because teachers are someone who stay in school for years and years, and they remember their students, especially the good and the bad ones. So it's better to be in the good books of the teachers, so that when you come back, you have someone to meet and look back at the fond memories of school. Next thing that no one tells you about the school is your grades do not matter. Trust me, you've probably heard this one millions of times. No matter where you are in the world, it does not matter what your grade is. And I think CBSE is one of the most numbers and grade focused curriculum, and I can tell you that still you can survive without bad grades. Let me tell you, I sucked, and when I say I sucked, let me tell you, I sucked. I mean, if you're from my school, you would know that I really sucked. In my last 2 years of school, I was an amazing student for my entire life, like the best student, and I'm still the best student, and I'm doing good, in fact great in college, and my college friends are the proof of that. They are the living proof. But my school friends, especially the last 2 years, they are the living proof that I sucked at school and my marks were awful, and those are the most important years of your life, and I ruined it. But did I? No, because I still ended up in a very good university of the country and in a course which is in high demand and has great cutoffs. I still ended up there, but that's the story for a different time. Now I'd be like, but no, grades get you in good colleges. Yes, grades are very important. Marks and percentages are very important to get you in a good college. But my point here is, not all good colleges need good grades. Trust me, they do not. But you'd be like, no, you need them for college. Then I would like to tell you that college also does not matter in the long run. I mean, yes, it does when you're studying in the initial stages of your job, but you have the power to form your own trajectory without depending on marks, colleges, initial jobs, and trust me, these are external factors, and the person who has conquered the internal factors, no external factor can deviate their curve, and it will go straight up to the success however the person defines their success. So if you're in younger classes, trust me, your grades do not matter at all. Obviously that does not mean that you should stop studying, because you need good grades to at least you need to pass to get into the higher classes, and you need to work hard just to learn what method works for you. And when you start learning to work harder, you eventually learn how to work smarter. So start doing that. Good grades in 10th class will get you to the subject that you want. But I think mostly in the STEM related colleges, STEM is science, technology, engineering, medical and all of that. In STEM fields, you need more grades. You need more numbers. They land you up in better colleges, and that might make a difference in your resume. Another thing that no one tells you about school is when you're in school, you're this kid being taken care of by everyone. You think you're a kid, but you're constantly told that after you finish your school, you'll become adult and you have to start doing all these adult stuff. What? I mean, you have to be more responsible, this and that, and trust me, it can get scary. But I recorded the entire video and did not realize anything after this was not recorded. So it's just like your 18th birthday. Till yesterday you were just a kid, 17-year-old living your life, and today suddenly you're 18, you're all adult and all. But does that change you? No, right? So it's just like that. I mean, you're just the same. And trust me, school will not tell you this. that this is gonna happen. No one will tell you about this truth. They just lie and they tell you to be this adult, responsible and all, but it's okay. You can be all confused like everybody else. You can think that your friends have all figured it out, but no, they're just as confused as you are, and that's okay. That's fine. You can probably be confused for a few months, maybe a few years in fact. Another thing that no one tells you about school is so important. Oh, it's already pissing me off. Home science is the best class that you can take. Yes. And those who are thinking होम साइंस में तो सिर्फ खाना बनाना होता है, होम साइंस में तो सिर्फ स्टिचिंग करना होता है. नो, होम साइंस इज नॉट अबाउट जस्ट कुकिंग एंड स्टिचिंग क्लोथ्स. Come on, please take your tiny heads out of the gutter now at least. Home science does teach about cooking. Home science does teach about cleaning. But home science also teaches you about how to stitch your buttons when you break them, how to iron your clothes properly, how to remove the ballpoint pen stain, how to remove the gel pen point stain, how to remove the blood stain from your clothes, how to remove the oil stains from your clothes, all of that, along with how to fill your bank form, which account to put your savings in, which account will give you a tax rebate, how to fill your checks, to nutrition, diseases, and all the things that you need to care of. How to take care of people during pregnancy, how to take care of people during diarrhea, dysentery, all these things which are real time and useful that you can actually use in real life. Home science is the best subject that you can take if you can. Quick little question to people who took maths as their optional subject with science and arts, which they're not pursuing anymore in their career. What are you doing with it now? Well, guess what? I took home science, I cook good food, I know how to save my money in the correct account, and I can fill my own check. Bye boy. This last one is very important. It's kind of funny, sad, some people might agree, some people might not agree, but take it from a person who did not do very well in school for some time, and you will not regret it later like me. Take time out for yourself, especially if you're not doing great. Those who are doing good in school, please do take time out for yourself. It's very important to sleep and eat properly. I can't stress that enough, because disbalance in your hormones might also lead to things like depression. I would know. Enjoy your time. It's not like if you cut out on the parties and if you cut out on the hangouts, you will score any better. No, it just depends on how you study and the quality of study, not the quantity of study. So take time out. This is the one thing that I regret so much, that I never went out. I also should be blaming my very strict parents for that. But again, it's my fault that I never initiated going to. I remember me and my brother came across the same trip in different times in our school life. He asked my parents, they let him go. I knew my parents would let me go. I did not know that. I did not know what my parents would say. And I did not even initiate, and I miss that I did not go on that school trip. I thought I might go next time, and next time never happened. So I really would request you to take time out for yourself. Go on trips, go to parties, hang out with friends, hang out with your school friends outside of your school. Students who are not doing the greatest in academics, and they know that this is something that is not going to get any better, and this is not the path they're choosing. Like me, I worked really hard. I will not say that I never worked hard. I worked really hard, but I sucked really bad. And I knew this is not going to change, because no matter how much I try, I'm just not able to do physics questions for some reason. But I did yesterday though. And I knew that this is not something that I want to follow. I knew long back. I knew it in school that this is not something that I am going to do, and I knew that whatever I want to do, I'm probably good at that. And thank God, touch wood, that I'm doing fairly decent here. But that was something that I knew, and I could have been more relaxed. I mean, I understand the guilt that takes over you, but trust me, if you are not doing great academically, at least have a great social life. Right now it feels like the academics is your life, but it is not the truth. It is just a tiny part of your life. It will be over soon, and then you'll have the rest of your lives with no memories at all, and memories are much more valuable than anything else. So I would say that make memories. If you're not making grades, make memories. Yeah, that's my tip for that. Not all of you who go into a class dreaming of something in 11th standard will become that after 12th standard. Yes, I'm sorry, I said it. school doesn't tell you about it. But I remember in the class of 30 teens, most of us entered thinking, I would say most of us, not all of us, because there are some exceptions. So most of us entered thinking that they will become doctors. Most of us had school, then coaching, and then another tuition to help you with school and coaching. So, but guess what? Now that we are out of school, I think out of 30, only in total, I would say 7 to 8 people are actually pursuing anything. I'm saying anything related to the medical field. I'm not even saying just doctors. There are very few future doctors that came out of my class. Did everyone try? Yeah, sure, they did. But not everybody is disappointed, and people are doing amazing. They're doing excellent work. Those who are pursuing medical related careers and those who are not pursuing anything related medical careers, both are doing amazing. 2 years is a lot of time to change a person from inside out. You can go into depression and come back out. So do not go with a rigid mindset and get upset if you don't get your goal, because there are so many things that you can do out there. With that, I would again like to thank you all for supporting me. If you think that the things I said are true and are correct, tell that to me in the comments, leave a like on my video, and put down your tips and your realizations that you found out. Also, if you know someone who's currently in school, and if you have a younger sibling who's in school right now, share this video with them and send it to them, so that they can also feel at ease and get to know that there are people like them out there and it's all normal. They're going through absolutely normal stuff, and support them. So with that, I take your leave. Bye. Some people will not make friends until they're in. Some people will not make friends until they're in. Some people will not friend. Some people will not. But not. Yes, please. Sure. I can wait. But the point is, it's not. But the point is, it's not. But the point is, it's not. But the point is. This here is an art, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. We can talk about 20 rupees though. Well, guess what? I took home science, I cook good food, I save my money in the correct account, and I write my own checks. Peace out.